Alright, this is just a review of product quotient chain rule, as you can see from the title here. And we're going to go through some of this stuff. This is like a little fake quiz kind of thing. Okay, so this is all the stuff that you should be able to do with derivatives by now. So number one, we're going to derive each of these guys using the definition of derivative as a function. Well, if you recall, the definition of derivative as a function says that f prime of x is equal to the limit as h goes to 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x, all of that over h. So if we want to find the derivative of 3 over square root x plus 5, we're going to use this definition. So this becomes the limit as h goes to 0. F of x plus h would be 3 over the square root of x plus h plus 5 minus 3 over the square root of x plus 5. That's f of x plus h right here, minus f of x right here, and all of that is over h. Now we need to simplify this. Again, our goal is to try to plug in 0 for h. When you do that here, we're going to get 0 over 0, which is always the case with definition of derivative. So we've got these radicals in the bottom. What we're going to do is multiply through by a common denominator on top and the bottom here. So I'm going to multiply by x plus h plus 5 times the square root of x plus 5 on the top. And to keep it the same, I'm going to multiply by on the bottom as well. So x plus h plus 5. Let's undo that guy. Is there an undo button up here somewhere? Doesn't look like it. Let's just erase this guy. There we go. Oh my god, what just happened there? Get out of here. Yo, no, no, no. Ugh. Okay, whatever. Times the square root of x plus 5. I'm using a new whiteboard here, just trying out something different. Okay, so we're going to multiply all this crap in here. Now, when this happens, you got to remember, let's go to like red. Both of these guys here are going to distribute to this fraction and then to this fraction. So what we're really going to get here is, I'm going to move it up top here, is the limit as h goes to 0 of, when we multiply both these in here, the square root x plus h plus 5 is going to cancel in the first fraction. So that's going to leave us with 3 square root x plus 5 minus 3 square root x plus h plus 5. And all that is going to be over h times the square root of x plus h plus 5 times the square root of x plus 5. So this looks pretty nasty at this point. That's okay. Now, we would like to cancel some things out here because this h has to get out of here. That's the problem. When you plug in 0 for h, everything turns into 0 over 0. So we need to get rid of some stuff. So let's erase all this crap here. Get out of here. This is pretty fun. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. That did not work out very well. Okay. Why did it come back? You can hear the frustration in my voice. If this comes back again, I'm not responsible for what I do. Okay. So, what we need to do now, we're stuck here with this guy, is when you got square root minus another square root, or square root minus anything really, and you want to cancel them out, we're going to multiply by the conjugate. So, first I'm going to factor out a 3 here, I guess. So let's factor out a 3. Really, we're going to have the limit. H is going to 0. We can pull that 3 out front. It doesn't really matter. And we're going to get root x plus 5 minus the root of x plus h plus 5. And all this is still over h root x plus h plus 5. That's in the square root there, times square root x plus 5. And we're going to multiply by the conjugate of this thing, because that's going to get us out of the square roots. So we want x plus 5 plus the square root of x plus h plus 5 over square root x plus 5 plus square root of x plus h plus 5. And again, we're multiplying by the same thing on top and bottom, which leaves our fraction the same. We're just multiplying by 1. So we're going to end up with here, just doing this out, the limit as h goes to 0. The 3 does not matter. We're going to multiply the square root guys together. And you know when you multiply conjugates, the square roots are going to cancel. So we're going to get x plus 5 minus x plus h plus 5 over, now this is going to be a lot, but it's okay, x plus h plus 5 times the square root of x plus 5 times the square root of x plus 5 plus the square root of x plus h plus 5. Okay, so there's a lot going on here. Okay, so this is all on the denominator, which is fine. And the whole reason we're going through this is now, since we got the square roots gone, or we got rid of them, the x is going to cancel, the h is going to cancel, not the h, I'm sorry, the 5s. So x minus x, it goes away, so goodbye. Plus 5 minus plus 5 also goes away. So the only thing that's left is really negative h times 3. So that's what we're going to get up on top. So okay, so we're going to end up with, here we go, well, let's draw the limit. H is still going to 0. But on top now, all we have left is negative 3h. Which is good, because now we've got h on the bottom times the square root. This is pretty big here. We're going to write it out again. X plus h plus 5 times the square root of x plus 5 times this other stuff here, which is square root x plus 5 plus the square root of x plus h plus 5. There we go. And happy day. H's can now cancel because we are multiplying by h on top and multiplying by h on the bottom, so we can cancel them out. And what that's going to leave us with, I don't know if I like this program as much as the others, but we'll finish this out here. What it's going to leave us with, get out of here, junks. Oh man, I can make this bigger. Oh, that's just a draw thing. It didn't really help. Okay, so we're left with this. What we're left with now, h goes to 0. Now I can plug in 0 for h. And what I'm going to be left with on top is negative 3 over, when you plug in 0 on the bottom here, you're going to get square root x plus 5 times the square root of x plus 5 times square root x plus 5 plus the square root of x plus 5. And this is going to simplify down pretty nicely here, because root x plus 5 plus root x plus 5 is really 2 root x plus 5. And root x plus 5 times root x plus 5 out here is just x plus 5. So it's really just negative 3 over x plus 5 times 2 root x plus 5. And what we can do here, once all this stuff is gone, oh, got the text message, I'm very popular, is x plus 5 to the first power, which is right here. And we're multiplying it by x plus 5 to the square to the 1/2. So it's really just negative 3 over 2 times x plus 5 to the 3/2. All right, and that is f prime of x using the definition of derivative. That was a lot of work. Very annoying. All right, let's do b. Let me see here. Clear the markup. Yeah, sure. Why not? Get out of here. Okay. Now we're to b. G of x is x cubed minus 2x plus 5. And x cubed, I regret now that I put that on there, but since I expect you to do it, I'm going to do it. So we're going to start with the limit as h goes to 0. This is b again, okay? The limit as h goes to 0 of f of x plus h, which is x plus h cubed minus 2x plus h plus 5 minus f of x, which is x cubed minus 2x plus 5. And that is going to be over, here we go, h. No problem. Now what I got to do is expand out this top, cancel out all this stuff, and h's should cancel. And that's right, that's all we gotta do. Nothing complicated here. So h is going to 0. When you have two things added together and cubed, you get the first thing cubed. So right now I'm expanding out that x plus h cubed. Plus 3 x squared h plus 3 xh squared plus h cubed. If you don't like this, you can FOIL it out if you like. It doesn't really matter to me. Okay, minus 2x minus 2h plus 5 minus x cubed plus 2x minus 5. That's just distributing my negative. All of this is over h. Oh no. All right. All right, let's finish this real quick. That's my wife. I gotta call her back. She's gonna be angry. You don't want to get your wife angry, boys. Okay, that's a life lesson number 1 from Mr. Smith. Okay. Anyway, what's going to happen here is you can see all this is adding and subtracting here, so we can start canceling out. X cubed minus x cubed is going to cancel. Oh, minus 2x plus 2x is going to cancel. Plus 5 minus 5 is going to cancel. So all this crap back here is gone. These dudes are gone. There we are. And now we're left with, on top, 3x squared h, 3xh squared, h cubed, and negative 2h. Since everything has an h in it, we can cancel them out. h's go away. This becomes a 1. This here becomes a 2. And this h goes away as well. So what we'll be left with now, let's change colors here, is the limit is h goes to 0. We're still writing the limit out front because we haven't taken care of it yet. Is 3x squared plus 3xh plus h squared minus 2h. And the h on the bottom is gone. Now, if h is 0, h goes to 0, then 3x squared is left. Oh man, this h is in here. Get out of here, you dumb h. There we go. Sorry about that. So it's just minus 2 there. Now, if you know the power rule, which you should by now, you know the derivative is 3x squared minus 2. And you're like, well, why the crap am I doing this if I know the power rule? Just because you're supposed to know how derivatives work. Where do they come from? Okay? So quit your yapping, quit your complaining, and just find the derivative the long way. You don't have to do it. You only have to do it a few times. Not a problem. But anyway, there you go. You're done. We'll look at part 2 in the next one.